Hey, what's going on, you guys? Today we are making Mexican rice. You know, rice is often served as sort of a secondary thing to kind of go along with whatever dish you're making. It's pretty boring usually, but that is not the case with Mexican rice. Mexican rice is loaded with lots of flavors and seasonings. You've got tomato, garlic, onion, and of course for me, lots of chili peppers. You can spice it up. It is not boring at all, and definitely a dish that is gonna stand out and become one of your favorites. So let me show you how to make it. All right, first let's set up our flavor base, and I have a food processor all set up here, and we're gonna build the sauce. This is where all the flavor is coming from. So here I have 1 can, 15 ounces of fire roasted tomatoes, and you can use fresh tomato for this. I actually do this a lot with fresh tomato, but I really love the flavor of fire roasted tomatoes here. And I have 1 medium-sized onion. Just gave it a rough chop because it's processing here. And here I'm using 1 jalapeno pepper and also 1 serrano pepper for a nice level of heat. But you can skip these peppers and use bell peppers if you prefer, or just use a jalapeno and even maybe core out the jalapeno for a milder. And I've got 3 good-sized garlic cloves and some seasonings here. So here I have a teaspoon of Mexican oregano and a teaspoon of freshly ground cumin and salt and pepper to taste. And you can use other spices like achiote or turmeric are very popular. So I'm gonna go ahead and process this to a nice sauce here. All right, yes, very nice, look at that. All right, I'm just gonna get this transferred over to a little bowl. Check it out, guys, it's basically salsa. Next, we're gonna toast our rice. So here I have a good-sized pan set up to medium heat. And go ahead and add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Get that spread around and heated. And I have 1½ cups of long grain rice that has been rinsed. Go into the pan. Go ahead and lightly toast it in the pan for several minutes until the rice starts to brown up. And this is a pretty important step to brown the rice because it's actually going to develop some good flavor for you. I would encourage you to not skip the toasting of the rice. It's getting nice and toasty. Make sure you stir it up here and there to make sure that everything evenly toasts. Now we're getting some good toasty color. You can probably go a little bit longer on this, get a little bit more golden toasted rice here, but you don't want to go too long because you don't want to burn your rice. So I think we're looking good here. So the next step is to go ahead and pour your saucy salsa mixture into the pan with the rice. I'm gonna steam up a little bit. And get this nice and mixed in. And we're gonna simmer this for about 2 to 3 minutes just to let the flavors develop a little bit. Next, I have 2 cups of chicken broth here. Go ahead and pour it into the rice. And let's bring this to a boil. So go ahead and reduce the heat and cover the rice, and then we're gonna go ahead and let this simmer until all that deliciousness is absorbed. So this will take about 15 or 20 minutes for the simmering so the rice can really absorb all that salsa and all that liquid and delicious flavor until it gets nice and fluffy. At this point, you can also add other ingredients if you wanted to, like frozen corn or peas works really great in here. You can also add in something like chicken or par-cooked chicken, and it'll simmer in there and build more of a arroz con pollo sort of a style dish. But let's come back in about 20 minutes and we will check on the rice. Hey, Mexican rice can pretty much go with anything. It's the perfect side dish. You can serve it with any kind of stewed meats, anything off the grill, make it the base of your next burrito bowl. It's just outstanding, and you could also make it the star if you want to. All right, it's been about 20 minutes, and there we go. Look at that. It's looking real good. So next, go ahead and remove the pan from the heat. You can mix it up at this stage if you wanted to kind of get things mixed. We're gonna fluff it later. But then go ahead and cover it, and we're gonna leave it sit and off heat for about 5 more minutes until we're ready to fluff it with a fork. All right, oh yes, look at that, it's looking good. Now we're gonna go ahead and fluff it with a fork to bring some of that body back to it. Pretty important to use a fork, not a spoon. Yes, all right, let's give it a taste, my friends. Boom. Delicious. Seriously, this is so easy. Nice level of spice. I think you're gonna love it. Mexican rice, my friends. I hope you guys love it as much as we do, and I'd love to hear what you think in the comments below. But if you're looking for some dishes to pair this with, you gotta try my barbacoa recipe. That is deliciously stewed meat that's shredded. It's perfect with this. Or if you're looking for something a little different, try my sofritas recipe. That's actually really delicious, lots of chipotle flavor. I think you will love it very much. So, all right, I hope to see you in the kitchen next time. Mike from Chili Pepper Madness. Bye.